people? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I posted a Market Watch. Kind of took a bit of a break because I went out to the regionals and I wanted to do much prep, and I kind of just wanted to kind of keep my focus in one place. So I took a break from the Market Watch, but we are gonna be going back with the Market Watch at least one Market Watch a week, maybe even bump it up to two to kind of just start talking about take certain Market Watches in different directions. So we're gonna get all into that in a different video. So if you like what we do, please feel free to like and subscribe. If not, it is all cool. Try to do videos like this all the time. Market Watches, pack openings, all that. Leave a like down below. Please subscribe and help us get to our goal of 500 right now. Once we get there, we plan to do a giveaway, give away some gift cards, throw a special tournament. All right, all that out the way. Let's get into the video. So Forbidden Droplets is a card that I regrettably was thinking about using in my deck, like when I went to this past regionals in LA. I didn't really do the best. I really got into my own head, and I wanted to play going second. And Forbidden Droplets was one of the cards that I left on the table that I feel a lot of regret about. It's essentially there was a game where I ended up losing because I could not beat over this I think it was a monster. It was a machine monster that was like 4,000, 600, 200 attack, and there's a situation where I literally lost because I could not beat over that monster. And then as a bit, in the same situation, I had FDK'd a lot, and it was just very much a lot of situations where I wish I had more more negation, but I also wanted a board breaker, and I really regret leaving Forbidden Droplets on the table. Kind of looking at a lot of these prices, they are kind of going up a little bit. You got the secret rare from the return from Rise of the Duelist. Keep trying to say return. Rise of the Duelist, kind of rising there. We got light plate first dead for 1855. So we're looking about 19 for a light plate, probably 20 for a near mint. And let's the cheapest copy I thought was this one right here. You got the secret rare from Brothers of Legend. That one's kind of starting to spike up a bit, and you're looking at let's see, near mint first dead. Let's see, there's about $14-15 here. Light plate $14.47. So looking about $15 for the secret rare reprint from Brothers of Legend. So to be honest, I really do like the secret rare from Brothers. So if you if you want to just go ahead and get any of these two, the prismatic is a really good one, but this one would probably be the more cheaper one if you really wanted to try this tech out. You get them right here for $13. I would go in and get them before before they go up, because Forbidden Droplet at one point you need a Forbidden Droplet to play, and to be honest, especially if there's going to be a lot of talents and you don't really want to play into those hand traps, having a card Forbidden Droplets is going to be a necessity, as I learned the hard way. Sprite Sprint is another card that I called out to actually go up. And I had a sigh of relief because I remember I started investing in Sprite Sprint, and then I stopped because okay, it's probably gonna get reprinted in the tin, and then I forgot to sell the ones that I had, and then I just went to go look, and I saw that I do have a few copies left. So I was like, all right, cool, that was great. I made this call assuming that Sprite was going to be the top deck way before the tins came out, and they were one of the top decks. They just were one of many top decks, but it seems like right now, with a lot of different aspects of the Sprite deck being reprinted, mostly kind of talking about the Runic engine, because a lot of good Sprite variants revolved around Runics, and with pretty much with that being reprinted, and also the fact that not a lot of the main Sprite stuff, and what I mean by that is I believe it's still Starter, Jet, and Blue do not have their reprint, and also including Gigantic and all that. To be honest, just having those ones still out there in the original printing is is probably driving this price up. I don't want to go into a whole long explanation. A lot of people listening to this videos understand why that happens, but essentially when you have certain parts of certain decks that get reprinted, the other parts start to slowly go up. So since you have a lot of stuff from since the Runic engine has reprinted, people are gonna look for value somewhere, and they're looking for it in the Sprite Sprite cards. Sprite Sprint has essentially doubled in price. At one point you could get them for about 10, even lower, about $8.50, $9, and it looks like right now you could get it you could they're going for about 21, about 20 to like $22, to be honest. Like the price is kind of fluctuating a little bit. You could probably get the Sigilocos for $20. I would go, like I said, if you're looking for the deck, it's already up, and it's probably going to be on the reprint block. Same thing with Sprite Blue. Sprite Blue is probably going to be on the block as well, but at the same time, since there hasn't been a lot of movement with its reprint, especially that they reprinted Power of the Elements and left this card out. It's kind of same thing with the Sprint, like they reprinted Darkwing Blast, but they left this card out. So essentially, you have, just to make sure. For some reason, I thought I saw like the all the Virgin thing. All right, anyway, you kind of have this similar thing happen here to where we're paying about like $20 for Sprite Blue. These actually were kind of going down, like more like in closer to like 18, kind of 15 mark. Yeah, like right here, like unlives are about 15 versus like 16, but now you see them start to slowly kind of go up. So like I said, if you were planning to play this deck and you held on to everything, maybe if you're not planning to use it, I was just going to get rid of it now, because it is probably it is on the chopping block, and I wouldn't chance it if you're not planning on using it. Yeah, okay. I was like, why do I have this up? Yeah, so you got the ultimate rare, which is going for 30. These right here, like this is another card that if the deck, with like top some crazy events, could potentially go to like $40 around there. That could be potential, but to be honest, I would just stay away from it. Go with the secret rares. Gigantic Sprite is another card that I was gonna bring up, but this card essentially has been at like $8 for the longest. So like I think it was like a 3, then it went to 5, then now it's at 8, because like a lot of different decks are putting in the engine. You just need one for the engine. Sprite starters, like similar thing. These were actually way higher. I think they're like at $12 to $15, but now they have like come down to about $3. So like in a lot of the other stuff is very cheap, has been reprinted. So this is kind of where all the value is coming from in these 4 cards right here: Blue, Sprint, Gigantic, and Starter. Like I said, to be honest, if you want to run the engine, you don't really have to run too many cards. It's probably like one of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, and then a different variation of the other ones, maybe like 2 of the Jet, 1 Carrot, 1 Red. So it isn't that big of an engine, but at the same time, you are going to be paying for it. Alright, Mayhem for Hire. Like, speaking of kind of stuff that goes with Runic, I kind of like wanted to say, hey, look at these for hire cards, and I noticed that Mayhem for Hire has gone actually up, I believe. Let me check. So you got the common right here. It's just $1. To be honest, it was actually hard to find common. I found like I looked my whole bulk and did not find a common one of these, but Mayhem for Hire, I remember finding a secret rare copy of this. And let's see. Oh no, they're going for like a little bit higher. They're like $12. Okay, so maybe I was thinking of a different card, but it looks like they've kind of held in that range. You got Nearman First Dead 1086. Like same thing, like 1095. So we're gonna put like $11 range for like Mayhem for Hire. This is a really good one of that. Like not a lot of players like to use it. I do like having the 1 copy, simply because like you don't always want to run. You don't want to have the 3 copies of the Rookie for Hire, and just having maybe like 2 rookies or 1 rookie with this, with the ability to search it out, is extremely powerful. It's a really good extender. It's good to play on your opponent's turn, like when they somehow get like play around your board. So yeah, it's a really good card. I like it. And yeah, so if you have these secret rares, they are going for $10-11. Beat Blazeman for Hire, kind of like similar thing. These secret rares were actually going for an even crazier amount, but they have calmed down, and so you get the near mints for like $9. So they're $9 for near mints. It's like 7 or 8 for like unlimited. There is a cheaper version. There are the ultra rare versions. The ultra rare versions are going for about, they're going for about 3s. You got this. You got, let's see, Nearman First Deads for like $6.40, and then you got them right here. Yeah, we're pretty much looking for about like $6 to $7 range. You're pretty much paying kind of like very similar prices for each of these. So I would just go with the secret rares, just because it's only like $1 more. But like I said, these also are a little bit harder to find. Like that's probably why they're very expensive. On top of, they really don't have too many of the reprints. Raphael Champion for Hire. This card right here, I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher in the $5 range, but no, it was in the $5 range. Like in the back in July, yeah, like in national season, but now it's kind of really coming down since the popularity of the for hire / runic deck has really gone down. And we're looking at light plate unlims 194, 195, like light plate first set for $2. So like, you know, like a $1, $2 for the Raviel. And I really like this card. I think like there's some people that, you know, that like kind of go back and forth between whether it's like this or like Wiz, especially right now, you know, because board breakers are like really good. Maybe Wiz seems a little bit better, but I do like having this because you can get this out on your 5th summon to not get Nibiru'd, and you could do whatever combo you want. So that's why I do like having the Raphael. And the last card I want to talk about is Sinful Spoils of Subversion Snake Eye. I picked up a bunch of copies of these when they were like $3 to $4. To be honest, they're like super high. It says like here like $4.95. That's kind of like a low, and this chart's kind of this chart doesn't look like it's anything crazy, but at one point they're going for about $5 right here, $4.95, and right now the price of them are you get the near mint first ed $9.75, the dollar shipping. You're pretty much paying $10 to $11 for these cards right now. There's a lot of hype with a lot of stuff coming out from Angel Overlord. You got the Diabell Star, that's like something that's coming out, and I guess maybe like with like different, doesn't have as much synergy, but you also do have the Horus things like that are coming out, and then the Centurion. So there's like a lot of different decks, a lot of different ways to play them, a lot of kind of different engines coming out in Angel Overlord. And on top of that, this is has extremely interesting effect, being able to target a face-up monster in the field. Could be any face-up monster in the field, even your own, if that's beneficial. And you could like target it and put it face-up in in its owner's spell in trap card zone. And to be honest, there's probably a lot of strategies that would actually benefit from doing that. And on top of that, it is kind of a unique unique out to monsters that maybe can't be destroyed by card effects, or maybe even like monsters that can't be returned, like the fusion from Heroes. Essentially, it can't be returned to the extra deck, and you feel me? So I also believe it can't be targeted. So maybe I'm talking on my ass right now, but for the most part, monsters that have like all these crazy stipulations, as long as they can be targeted, you can just put in the spell in trap card zone, and then it would automatically take care of it. So that'd be an interesting, kind of like thing to see. This is another card that I wanted to think about teching when I went to the regional, but I decided against this and decided against Forbidden Drop at last minute, and I do regret at least Forbidden Drop. Maybe this would have been a little crazy, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta take chances. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Leave a comment down below if you have any comments about these cards, any kind of other things you want me to cover, any kind of different things you want me to cover in the meta or news and Yu-Gi-Oh in general. Alright guys, peace out. Catch you in the next one.